to turn education upside down. So that, as you know, at Harare, you may not know, at Harare, all our students must do service program. You must spend at least 100 hours of service in the community.
Basically, as in the Catholic Church and as the Church, it is incumbent on us that we look into these issues. So much, because there's a lot around migration, and of course I've referred to already what Dr. Kolam has talked about, just refugee services as part of the Catholic Church, and now we trying to come up with migration, refugees and human trafficking as part of as a department, and CCJP and the Zimbabwe Catholic Bishops Conference. I think a lot has already been presented, but always on his day, Pope Francis always delivers his World Migrants Day message. And on 29 September this year, the message is already out. I hope I would share it with that. You have it, Doc, already? Not yet. Okay, so already the Pope is speaking about migrants as marginalized group who do not have adequate rights and all those things, and to what extent as church should we be part of addressing issues where migrants are vulnerable and don't have adequate rights, and what is the role of the church when you look at issues to do with human trafficking. And I hope also you were following up. I think on the 31st of July, it was World Human Trafficking Day, and the theme was no child should be left behind, and the effect of human trafficking, particularly children who are being trafficked as victims. We also, published a statement, a CCJP. We were also able to share it. And lastly, is to say the church, the Catholic Church universally, is observing what we call a synod on synodality. It's a mouthful, isn't it? A synod on synodality. But all it means is journeying together in life and in different aspects. So migrants need to be journeyed with. Jesus Christ was a migrant, was born out of a migration system. So we need to journey together regarding that theological reflection.
Because they were active in political issues or social issues, but they go out of the country. They're critical to the country. But they are going out of the country, yes, in pursuing their academic qualifications, but they are also escaping the lived realities of this country. How does that benefit the politicians? It benefits them because people who are vocal are now living in the country. People who can cause problems for them are living in the country. So from that perspective, it's benefiting the politician. So if you go now to the politician and say, no, chief, we need to change a policy on migration A, B, C, or D, they can be a challenge in that perspective. So maybe Doc.
Remember those three ladies? Were they three ladies, political activists who were arrested, who were abducted? Yeah. I went straight to my Facebook page and I said whatever I said. It wasn't bad, at least according to me. It wasn't bad. But I had registered on Facebook using my German number, and I got a phone call. I got it. And they said, we know you. You were so vocal before, and now you are out there and you're still talking. What exactly do you mean by this and that statement and that statement?
it's a thing that the politicians will look into it.
Yeah.
And one other thing that they make is to make use of those few connected people to say these ones are getting services and there is no that issue that you are talking about. If there is a problem, they will point you to those associations or those few connected people to say this is what is actually happening in Zimbabwe. And the systems actually may deny the actual situation on the ground. And we need to have a way of dealing with those scenarios. Even to be divided, we are talking today with one voice, tomorrow we will come, we will have another voice.
Yes, yeah.
And those are some of the tactics that will be used against us. And on leveraging on remittance and leveraging on religion, but as one of the role that we may, a proposed role that this network may play is to be, what's the proper word? To support.
Okay. Today we met different players who are working in the field of refugees and migrants in Zimbabwe, because there is a network that was established in South Africa that is called Southern Africa Migration Network, and they wanted us also to have a chapter in Zimbabwe. So it is the first of its kind that we gathered together today to look into what exactly we can do as a network, representing different organizations but working around issues to do with refugees and migrants. So we have been able to outline, to make an outline of what we are going to do going forward. The rest is on paper, but we have agreed on research and documentation, research monitoring and documentation. We've also agreed on services, how we can also engage service providers, and after that we are going to take action. We are going to roll out what we have agreed today, but also doing a stakeholder analysis, who exactly should be part of this network, including government. We are just complementing also government efforts with regards to issues of refugees and migrants in Zimbabwe.
So what is next after today's meeting?
What is next is we are trying to mobilize resources, and we have already identified an organization that is willing to support our network. So first we will engage with that organization, after which we will do a stakeholder analysis, because we want to include everyone, like the president always say, leaving no one behind. We have government players and we want them in, so that we move together in the network.
Okay, thank you very much.